Today we have the art of dropping out of college. I'm in university right now. Like from the time of this video, I only have 77 subscribers. I'm not dropping out anytime. So yeah. Now, if you don't believe in school and want me to drop out of school to pursue YouTube, subscribe.
So I go to college, it's community college. It's not that expensive, whatever. And I just couldn't stand it, man. I hate stuff. I just want to be a YouTuber. That's it. And so after 2 weeks, literally just 2 weeks, I just stopped going. But I didn't have enough money to move out. I wasn't making anything. So I just didn't tell my mom. And then I would act like I was going to college. And then I would like just sit in my car in the college campus and just work on videos or edit or just.
Before he continues with this video, right? If you're in university right now, or college, whatever, don't drop out. Or don't, stop trying, feel me? Because I did that in my first year. I didn't drop out, I stopped trying. And then I got kicked out of my program and had to move. But if you don't make enough money for it to be, substantial, where it's you can pay off your loan if you have any, you can afford a place to stay if your parents are going to kick you out. You can handle all expenses by yourself, and whatever you're doing has been paying your bills for, I would say, a year. Like if a YouTube's paying all my bills, I'm making a lot of money off YouTube. Then I only have 2 years left. Well, really, 2 years left of uni. So the chances of me graduating high. But if I really made a lot of money, where it's me graduating does nothing but just gives me something to lay back, fall back on if YouTube doesn't work, sure. But yeah.
Just work on a script or something, and then I'd come home and I'd be like, "Hey, mom." Thankfully, I don't remember what happened. I remember sitting in on the stairs.
Well, I'm happy to work for him.
Mushrooms. I was talking to James, one of the people you met, and I was like, "Yo, I don't know what's going on, but I've just been grinding every hour of the day, and I just pay 20 grand a month." I was like, I'm ready to tell mom that I'm failing every class, and I move out tomorrow. He's like, okay.
Is it true that your parents were sending you money for college, thinking you were still in college, and you were actually already in New York, traveling toward a music career?
Yeah, my mom would send me some money every 2 weeks for books and food and my rent. So I use that on gas and taxis or plane tickets or whatever. I was spending them.
I'm happy it worked out. If I were in this situation, first thing I'm doing is paying back my parents, because I don't believe that you have to pay back your parents for university, because you know what I'm saying, that's kind of their job. If they didn't want you to go to an expensive school, or if they didn't have enough money to send you to a good school, they can tell you that right there. I don't like all that where parents are going to just work extra hard. You know what I'm saying? They don't have enough money to send you to school, but they're going to send you to school anyway. No, don't do that. If it's community college, let me know, and I'll figure it out myself. I'll get some scholarships. Don't try to guilt trip me into going to a school that you want me to go to, and then be mad if I decide to drop out and pursue something else. You know?
Money on clothes, whatever.
Yes, I officially dropped out of college. The college videos is what made the channel. I'm not even gonna lie. But let me tell y'all something, man. When you know that something is holding you back from getting to the next level, it's you just had to sacrifice that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to miss college there. But I just came to a realization that it was actually holding me back in the long run. Off camera, it was just stressing me out. Homework, having things coming on that time when I had to focus on you guys. If I know that my dream could work, I'm gonna put it before anything.
The art of dropping out of college is a very strange phenomenon, because in school we are trained to feel like the only way to find success and be a functioning member of society is through the obedience of a system that wants.
That's a good joke. I'm pretty sure most people in school right now know that they're cooked, or they have false optimism on the fact that they're going to get the best job, best internship, and it's going to be good for the rest of their life. Hopefully so. Let's cross our fingers. I'm in economics, so whatever that means to anybody watching, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I don't have so much optimism in the fact of even if I graduate with great marks, you know what I'm saying, get some good internships, I don't believe I'm going to be set for life off a job. You feel me? I'm not saying YouTube's going to just clear all my problems away, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Want you to endlessly work.
it's
This
not
usually
really
involves graduating high school and immediately going to school for 4+ years while simultaneously putting on thousands of dollars of debt. And if you ask me, this is BS. I mean, at 18, I can't buy alcohol, a cigarette to cope with the stress of transitioning from a kid to an all-adult world. But for some reason, I can gain thousands of dollars of debt that will follow me for the rest of my life. A very strange construct indeed.
well, actually, it's well. If you really think about it, you'll have 8 months after you graduate university to find a job, and with what they're going to teach you at school, you'll be able to be perfectly well-grounded into getting a job in the job market. Are we going to help you get a job? No, that's your problem. But the skills we're going to teach you are going to be perfectly ready to help you to get any job in your field, even though they need 2 years of experience for entry-level jobs. Gotcha.
So when you see some of the most successful people drop out of college and literally go against what society has told us our whole lives to be successful and go on to succeed in what they want to do, it really makes you start to wonder, should I drop out of college? Well, have no worry, because by the end of this video, you should know whether you want to drop out of college. And not only that, but you will understand why so many people who drop out of college end up being so.
Everybody wants to drop out of college to be successful. You can give people the roadmap to success, and all they have to do is drop out of college. 50% of people are going, and that's a bare minimum.
So successful. Before we get into that, like, subscribe, and make sure you comment under this
Same.
video because it helps support the channel. Without
Same.
further ado though, the art of dropping out of college. First and foremost, I want to say you do not need to drop out of college to be successful, the same as you do not need to go to college to be successful. Success is a mindset that manifests in the physical. Successful people aren't successful people because they receive lots of success, but rather they know they are successful people, they operate in that frequency, so they attract physical realities that coincide with that belief system. A frequency is an energy state in which things reside. A perfect example, depression. That is a frequency that a lot of people willingly stay in. You can walk in a room and just knowing two people don't like each other because you can feel their frequency. You can apply this to any feeling, place, or thing in life. College.
We're talking law of attraction. Also, yeah, I remember I hear a lot of people in their videos of, I had to drop out because it's once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, someone like Agent, like, I remember his story of, like either he had to drop out of college to be an AMP or something or other, you feel me? Or to be successful, because wasting your time doing homework and making videos would have hindered his success. Is that true? Probably. But I don't really think so. That's just my personal opinion on, you can find a balance, even though balance doesn't really exist. Whatever you like more, or whatever is more beneficial to you, you'll focus on more. If YouTube's making you a lot of money and school is just distracting you from YouTube, then there's no balance. You're gonna drop. Your grades are gonna drop or whatever. But I don't really think you have to drop out of school.
College is a perfect example, and more specifically, the college experience. Going to sleep at 4 a.m. to then wake up for an 8 a.m. class and then fail your quiz that literally is like 40% of your grade. Having sex with 2 people in less than a week and not knowing either of their favorite colors. Sitting in your dorm feeling broker than Danny Green's jump shot and having to call and ask your parents for money. This is the college experience. No, I'm never asking my parents for money. If I don't need it, I'm not asking. Unless it's my birthday and they're sending me money. Other than that, no, I'll get a job before I start asking my parents for money. It's not pride. It's just that, like, I don't remember what I was saying. It's not pride, but it's like, I just don't want to. a frequency that so many college students, myself included, have, will, and are still going through. So when you drop out of college and leave this frequency, something magical happens in the universe. Life is push and pulls, cause and effect. So for you to have the audacity to go against a current like college that is so powerful, the universe will fully aid you in succeeding. Because since you pulled away from a strong energy current like college that is believed by so many, given so much energy to, you will get an equal and opposite reaction in the energy needed to succeed. On the other side of fear is confidence. You literally just have to make that jump.
I don't know anything about energy. I'm just listening to him. I'm just listening to him yap about energy. I know a little about it. A lot of attraction. Like whatever you think and whatever state you're in, like if you believe you're successful, you will work like you're successful. Or that the thing where like work where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like example, YouTube. I post like 2 videos a day. So I see other big YouTubers who grow a lot. That's what they do. They post 2 to 3 multiple times a day, maybe on multiple different channels. So I'm like, that's how I'm working. What's the time I have?
Jump. It's like when you see a character in a movie or even in real life where they get laughed at, people say they're never going to make it, or they reach an extreme low in life. And as time goes on, they end up succeeding in insane amounts. It's the natural balance of things.
Yeah, I used to edit until 5:30 in the morning, bro.
You don't think where it's like, here's another saying. If you want the same thing that everybody got, do what they did. But if you don't want that, do the opposite.
Knowing I had a class at 8 o'clock, bro, my roommate used to look at me like, damn, bro, I swear to God, bro, look. Bro, I was broke. Bro, look. Last time I asked my mom for some money, bro, was when I was in college, bro. I used to walk around that campus like, damn, like, bro, how am I gonna get, like, I don't have no money, bro. Everybody was good, bro, and I asked my mom, every time I asked my mom for some money, she always gave it to me. No hesitation, bro.
If you are open to it, the frequency of success will push you where you need to go. But you have to give up your old life to step into your new one. To further my point about how dropping out of college can contribute to success so much, I'd like to use an example of Kanye. He kind of embodies my point of being laughed at, ignored, and then going on to be extremely successful. And not to say a lot of bad things have to happen to you or
Bad pick, but yeah. If he's gonna say, yeah, you have to drop out and if it takes being homeless, be homeless. No. I'd rather find a balance between working on YouTube and doing school before I go. Because I am not going homeless for nothing. You feel me? Like, I like having a roof over my head. Like, I know, like, the whole thing of whatever you won't sacrifice will be your downfall. Home, that's a non-negotiable. No.
or you have to reach an all-time low for success to happen, because that is false. But Kanye was in a mindset that he was a musical genius, that he was a god, way before anybody else saw him like that. And as a college student, he felt backed up by a lot of the work he was getting, but it all was in vain to him because he knew what he really wanted to do, which was music.
I always tell people, for the ones who build, college is a choice. High school is a necessity. But
bro, how do we get from here to hail the hitman? Wow.
college is a choice. A lot of times people go to school because it's what their parents want them to do. They're chasing someone else's dream. If you're picking out Christmas gifts, you might have $500 and you got this list and you know exactly what you want to get. People go to school and they're spending $8,000, $10,000 a year, $15,000, and they have no idea what they want. Just stop. Wait a second before you sign all those loans, before you put yourself in debt for the rest of your life, and say, what do I want to do with my life?
And the Grammy goes to the college dropout, Kanye West.
He was producing for some artists already, but his ultimate goal was to be a musical icon who shaped the culture, which he did go on to do. But notice how I just said he already know what he wanted to do. Oftentimes, college can be a distraction for a lot of people. This is due to various things like the new environment of horny people your age, parties, drugs, alcohol. But one of the most important ones I'd like to highlight is the work. The workload given in college can be extremely hard and
I don't know. Again, I was in like both my first and second year, I was in business courses. So I didn't really have homework. I still don't really have homework. All the homework I got is like 2 assignments throughout 4 months, maybe some extra homework that you have to do for grades. Just put that into ChatGPT, and then just study and actually like learn whatever I'm supposed to know for a test. I'm not sure how it is for like medical students, law students. Now I actually know what it's like. Like law students, they get chill pretty much. At least from what I knew from people I knew in first year, they were chilling. Or they were in psychology. I don't know. I don't know how it is for other people, but the only problem is in like business courses for me was actually like learning stuff and just using your time to study.
And stressful. And it gets that much harder and stressful whenever it feels like it's not contributing to your purpose or goal. So if you're a person that knows what you want to do, you're working as hard, if not harder than you already are in school at it, especially if you're relatively young, like 18 to 23, and it doesn't involve college, that normally is a sign to go ahead and drop out of college. Because the time you're putting into those assignments would benefit you immensely if you transitioned it into your actual goal. But you have to be sure. Success, God, and miracles have no room for doubts or uncertainty. Kanye's certainty of his decisions, even when other people weren't, is what ultimately allowed him to continue through even when it didn't look so promising. But to go back to frequencies though, another reason why people who drop out of college end up being so successful afterwards is because they understand frequencies a lot better and are now able to apply it to whatever they want. One thing I can say about the college experience is you learn about who you are, where you fit in, and how people work. And if you understand people and how they work, then life becomes that much easier for you. Because
now I must have not done university right, because first year, like people say first year is supposed to be your best year, but I was in my dorm most of the time watching anime. No, it's crazy. I really could. If I started YouTube back then, I would low-key be going crazy right now. Well, that's the past. Yeah, I didn't really go to parties, but I was in the perfect lane for success. Damn. I didn't do
easy
college
for you to
right
have
now.
friends, to have others to help and be in your corner. And college normally is a key for things like this because it teaches you how to network, how to say the right things to the right people. Or like I've been saying, you understand how to get on people's frequencies.
When someone whose boyfriend just got locked up for selling drugs because he couldn't find a job and he had three strikes and he had the X on his back, so there was no work opportunities. When she hears drug dealing just to get by, stack your money till it gets sky high. We wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Joke's on you, we still alive. Throw your hands up in the sky and say we don't care what people say.
Damn, how did we get here?
Right there, it's like a family member speaking to them. The music on this CD was, I was only the vessel for this. God.
Random, never listened to a Kanye song besides Gold Digger and Power. I'm hearing this song for the first time, probably a big song, I don't know. But good message.
Was in the studio with me when I was working. Even I don't know in the future, I don't know if I'll be able to make anything like this, because this was my healing process. This was my rehabilitation CD.
So after he understood that frequency, after he realized he was a successful musical artist, and most importantly, the thing I hope you take from this video, he knew what he wanted. The easiest part was dropping out of college because that didn't serve the frequency that he was operating within anymore. I want you all to not fear the future. Although sometimes, yes, it can feel uncertain. If you know who you are, what your life is. I say is because you have to already know that you have the thing that you want. Let God handle the rest and take the next step. So many people are trying to figure out how to walk the path, how to get to the destination, when really you just got to let God handle that. Decide where you want to go, put it in the GPS, press go, and let the path reveal itself to you, because that's
like
the part
God take the wheel.
of dropping out of college. Appreciate y'all boys, man. Go check out my playlist.
Well, I have nothing else to say, but do what he said. I'm not telling you to drop. If you don't have enough, my thing is, my bar for dropping out is money. Like, I can have a clear destination of where I want to go, where I want the YouTube thing to go. I have ideas on what to do with this channel or any other channel I do make, or with my whole content creating journey, whatever it's called. But my bar is money. If I don't have enough money for it to be clear cut, like me graduating university, for me graduating university in my last year was just like 4 months left till graduation, and I'm just making, let's say, $20,000 a month off videos, off just making videos, right? Would I drop out? Most 50-50, depending on where I am mentally and things of that nature, right? But I forgot where I was going with this. But have your own bar on when you feel like, man, I'm already talking like a prophet. Anyway, have your own bar on whatever it means for you to drop out. Don't just drop out because, oh yeah, you want to pursue music, but haven't even gotten 1,000 plays on a song that took you 30 minutes to make. You feel me? And also, school's not in the way of you. I'm not sure how it is for everybody, but most people, school is not in the way of you being successful. Because most of you have time to party, you know what I'm saying, hang out with friends, date, bang, whatever it is. School's not in the way. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. And I'm over here giving out advice and junk. But again, I give take it or leave it advice. This is how I think about it. If you think about it a different way, that's your business, bro.